Hey guys, Spider here. I know it's like a day and a half later, man, but I was just able to get my computer up and running. I needed a wireless network adapter, USB adapter, in order to get things going on my PC at my hotel. It's been insane. We're in Quebec City, and this is the first time I'm getting to see the trailer now. So let's check it out, and then we'll talk about it afterwards, because there's a ton of information.
I have seen a vision of our Führer's future. The death of the old world and the birth of the new. Can you hear it? Drums. The drums of war. The march of progress. I have built more than just a new kind of soldier. I have created the devil himself.
Pre-order now and get access to the private beta.
Oh my gosh, are you excited? Are you excited? Yes, that was awesome. Was it worth the wait or what? Come on, seriously? So that leaked trailer last week, I don't think it was anything like this. But to be honest, if it were me and the guys at Sledgehammer Games were pissed off, you know, they were ticked, man. They tweeted out some stuff. I mean, not necessarily on the Sledgehammer Twitter account, but on their personal Twitter accounts, they were pissed, man. And if I were them, let's say that was almost the final cut of the trailer, I would have been, hey guys, we got like 6 days. We're reworking this thing to look entirely different because some, you know, bleep went and leaked it and promoted it all over the internet. So we want something fresh, man. We've been working on this for 3 years. We want to come up with something. You know what? Just scrap everything we did, redo the thing from the ground up, and we're going to release it. And it was pretty amazing. I got to admit. Come on. It's got me going. I mean, it's had me going, even just going through the classified website and all the information there. And there's a lot more. There's a lot more that came out of SDCC. We haven't even looked at the trailer in depth. So what we're going to do after the trailer finishes here, we got a bunch of images that I'm going to flash up. And a lot of the stuff came from Charlie Intel's Twitter feed. They summarize a lot of this information quite well. They were at the panel. But I'm going to read, this is off of Reddit from Dr. Pepper Rules 161. He made quite a lengthy post. He was actually at the panel. And I'm just going to read off that while we're going through it and comment on that. And if there's anything left over to talk about, then we'll do that individually, all right? So first off, he says, multiple times throughout this panel, it was heavily stressed that the zombies experience will be horrifying and grounded. They stressed Michael Condrey's work on Dead Space as a good background for what is being brought into this project. They spent some time and talked about the different techniques that can be used in horror and what will be used in World War II zombies. They implied that jump scares will not be overused. Thank you. And that atmospheric horror would be more the main focus. Now, one thing, you know, that is kind of a concern, and I don't know how they're going to deal with this. First off, it's a 4-player co-op mode. So bringing that kind of horror into a 4-player co-op mode would be somewhat difficult. And then the replayability of that, you know, jump scares are one thing. And in past Treyarch Zombies maps, you've had the jump scare that only one person could ever see. They had to have a sniper. They had to be looking at a specific spot. How are they going to bring that to, you know, 4-player co-op? Because I don't think it was done that well in Treyarch Zombies even. He goes on to say, one thing I thought was interesting is that they say that we had only seen a tiny fraction of the different zombies in the trailer and that there are ones that are 10 times more terrifying. Okay. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. There was one point where they sort of took a jab at Infinite Warfare, which I thought was kind of funny. They said it's less scary when you're being chased by zombies in an ice cream truck than in your own backyard, or something to that effect. They mentioned it would be focused on German myths and mythos, and that the story really wrote itself. And we've been doing a lot of that background information, that background research and information gathering in our previous videos here on World War II Zombies and the classified site. They talked a little bit about the different characters and their motivations. I will talk about that a little bit more after I'm done this part. The group starts off by trying to find stolen Nazi paintings, but finds so much more. Now, it wasn't just the Nazi paintings. I mean, it was really more about artifacts. Yeah, the Monuments Men was, primarily painting focused, but I mean, we know there's Barbarossa's sword that they were talking about, et cetera, et cetera. So it's more than just paintings, but yes. And, Marie is going there under the guise of the Monuments Men. I mean, she's not going there. I don't think she's that really concerned about recovering paintings. I mean, she's going there to rescue her brother, essentially. Furthermore, they said they wanted to make sure that these stories are told from a common person's point of view in the war. There was a lot of information given about the characters, which I believe we already knew, but I can make another post about that if you guys want. This one is already super long. All right, a bit of interesting, some things that were said during the Q&A section. Perks will be returning in some fashion. They stressed that this mode is a bit of what we already know and a bit of a new spin. The sledgehammer stamp, quote-unquote, as they said. Wonder weapons will be returning in some fashion. It wasn't stated if they would be as magical as in other versions, but they got really excited about wonder weapons. They said that they wanted to make you feel like a god from the moment you pick it up. They said there would be several of them as well. They also sort of mentioned that they wouldn't exactly be easy to acquire, or at least not at first. There was a point where they were asked about exozombies. They said that they were still proud of exozombies, but it was a learning experience for them. Also confirmed that World War II Zombies isn't in the same universe as exozombies, and that exozombies wouldn't be returning. And I wouldn't think that would be the case regardless. When asked what was the biggest difference between their mode to past modes, they said that it is more layered than most and more grounded and less campy. I'm not exactly sure what that means. They were asked if there would be anyone specific used from the Third Reich, to which they responded they didn't want to glorify any of the tragedies that happened, and the specific parts of the Third Reich wouldn't be used. I.e., they're probably not. This is probably not going to be like a Hitler zombie, for instance. They also talked about Easter eggs for a bit. Now, this is the part that really interests me, because I don't know, Sledgehammer. We'll see what happens. They claimed that this would be the hardest Easter egg hunt of our lives. Okay. You got me. I don't know. And that they have testers specifically for that kind of stuff, and they haven't found everything yet. So they put all this Easter egg stuff into it, and they have people that are playing it constantly, and they still haven't found all the stuff. But, I mean, you're talking about, what? I don't know. How many people? Like 10, 20 at most that are testing all this stuff? Like, specifically for the Easter eggs? Come on. We're like hundreds and thousands of people. We're going to find it. Seriously. They said that there is some stuff that they would be surprised if we found. Although, when you go back to Treyarch Zombies, there are probably some things that still have never been found in some of the Treyarch maps. Last bit of note, I think, is they were questioned about mechanics from past iterations like wall buys and perks, where they said that versions of those same mechanics would appear, but everything would have an in-universe and narrative explanation. Like, instead of points, we would collect energy from zombies. So that's interesting. So instead of, getting points every time you hit a zombie and then kill the zombie, you're collecting energy. It sounds like it's pretty much exactly the same thing, except you're collecting and using energy to, purchase things, etc., instead of points. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. And that's the extent of his post. So, some pretty interesting stuff in there. There was also some bio information for each of the characters that was posted over on Charlie Intel. First one we've got here, Jefferson Potts, played by Ving Rhames. Strong, assured, and educated. Jefferson has both the military and academic prowess the MFAA need. Olivia Durant, played by Elodie Young. A former art historian of the Musée du Louvre and weapons expert, she is an extremely savvy and capable member of the team. Drosten Hind, played by David Tennant, a former art thief. This brash and rough character was given a choice: go to jail or help reclaim stolen art. I mean, which one are you going to pick? Marie Fisher, played by Catherine Winnick, a brilliant engineer and tactician. Marie attempts to help salvage stolen treasures and rescue her brother Klaus. Now, just to give you some background information on the official press releases from Activision, here's the first one. So Sledgehammer Games, and this came with the trailer, delivers an original and terrifying new co-op survival experience in Call of Duty World War II's Nazi Zombies. Players will embark on a chilling and mysterious journey through a snowy Bavarian village in Middelburg, Germany, as they attempt to recover priceless works of art stolen by the Axis powers in World War II. This village holds a shadowy secret key to an unimaginable and monstrous power. Nothing is as it seems in this zombies horror as a dark and sinister plot unfolds to unleash an invincible, please, come on, invincible, Nazi army of the dead. All right, and then there was another press release that came out after the SDCC panel. An all-new twisted take on Activision's Call of Duty Zombies co-op mode is here. Call of Duty World War II Nazi Zombies, a chilling dark vision of undead horror, was revealed today at San Diego Comic-Con alongside members of its all-star cast of characters, which in full includes David Tennant, Elodie Yung, Catherine Winnick, Udo Kier, and Ving Rhames. Launching on November 3rd as part of Call of Duty World War II, the Nazi Zombies cooperative mode delivers a sinister original story from Sledgehammer Games, delivering a new definition of terror to Call of Duty Zombies. And this is in quotes. With Nazi Zombies, we're creating a frightening world full of terrifying characters and events that will make you jump and look over your shoulder. There's an incredible amount of myth and lore, which our team has poured through in our development, said Glenn Schofield, studio head and co-founder of Sledgehammer Games. This is unlike anything before. We're taking players to some very dark, grim places in Nazi Zombies. This is one hell of a horror experience. Michael Condrey, studio head and co-founder of Sledgehammer, added, "We couldn't be more excited to showcase a reveal of Nazi Zombies here at San Diego Comic-Con. It's been great to return to creating a horror-based experience, and with Call of Duty, head back to the Nazi Zombies roots. The team at the studio is proud of the opportunity to deliver something special for the fans. Call of Duty World War II Nazi Zombies is a terrifying new zombies cooperative experience that transports players into a labyrinth of chilling occult Nazi Zombies experiments and monstrous creations set mythically in World War II. The story unfolds as an international team peels back the vile layers of a malevolent plot masterminded by the Axis powers to harness unimaginable occult forces and create an invincible undead army." And it goes on to state, featuring the cast of characters, which we've already rounded up for you guys. Now, some additional information just came up, I think, in the last hour of this recording, and it looks like Sledgehammer was doing a live stream with IGN. And just a couple of bullet points that somebody here on Reddit came across with, lacking a good name. World War II Nazi Zombies set in the same universe as the campaign, so all the campaign stuff, I mean, we talked about, sets a general theme for what we're going to see in zombies. Multiple zombies types in World War II Nazi Zombies, anti-armor being one of them. So an anti-armor zombie, okay. Also confirmed to be round wave based. So we do have rounds again, guys. Rounds, waves, scenes, I mean, whatever you want to call it. And the last point here also suits players who just want to jump in and shoot zombie heads for 5 minutes. And that really, I don't know, that really hasn't been the case for a long time in Call of Duty Zombies. So that, we're looking forward to that. I mean, a lot of people don't necessarily like to go through these long extended Easter eggs just to play the map. I mean, they just want to jump in and have some fun. So I'm hoping that is definitely the case. So thank you, Lacking a Good Name, for that. So I think that about wraps it up. I mean, we've got a lot of information there. I haven't really gone into anything in depth or done any further research. Kind of hard to do in the hotel, and family sitting back, listening to me, watching me record this stuff. You want to say hi? Go ahead. Hi. All right, there you go. So we're gonna keep tabs on it. I still have the computer. I'm actually not in the doghouse. I'm surprised. Maybe, kinda. I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm good. So anyways, guys, we'll have more for you soon. I'm looking forward to this. Everything that was released since yesterday at San Diego Comic-Con has been pretty fantastic. So we'll see what more we can glean in the coming months up until release. November 3rd, guys. World War II Nazi Zombies. We'll have more for you soon. Spider out.